No, it don't look similar to it at all. But it's a clock that clock over there I got from a thrift store. And this clock here I also got from a thrift store. Today, as a matter of fact. And it's not a GE, Lord and behold, it's Emerson. And it also has a cassette player. Not recorder, player. My GE records, but this one doesn't. And this one also doesn't have, I cleaned it up, it was filthy dirty. And I want to move on with it because I also got some 78s. I got 5 for $1, 78s. I'm going to play this so we can, let me make sure I have it on the right side. See if I have it on.
Finds it was a lovely day. It was up in the 60s today here on the Panhandle. And I want to welcome all my members to the Still Lane 3 channel. The record store that I showed you, it's not really was a record store, it was a garage, a storage cell. And there, you saw how many records were there. Well, I went back up there today, and they had a whole new do. They had a whole bunch of CDs sitting up everywhere, which did not sell as fast as the records. All those records that was on the floor were sold. And all the CDs are still sitting up there. So that tells you the worth of a CD these days. I mean, to actually purchase a CD, people are just not buying anymore. So there's so many different ways that you can actually get music. And legally, not as they think that we're stealing it all the time. You can download it at legitimate places like Amazon, Napster, iTunes. And it's much simpler than going to the store. So part of the reason why the CD itself is falling is because of these things. And vinyl is like the final nail in the coffin, because I couldn't believe all those albums in there were gone. So I went on to my next thrift store, and they did have some albums in that store in particular, but there was a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't like. The one I went to, I already bought everything out of there that I possibly thought was worthy. And but I did get some 78s over there. You never know what they're going to get in that place. Like I said, they had a reel-to-reel in there the other day. I didn't get it. Of course, the reel-to-reel is gone. All that stuff that I said was there, like the amplifiers, everything. Someone bought it all. I'm sure someone who knows how to really fix those, reel-to-reels. This was a giant-sized reel-to-reel. And if someone knows how to really fix those things and clean it up, it was disaster zone. I mean, you would have to actually order parts for these particular things, because I was looking at it very closely, messing with it, and I saw a couple of things that needed replacing, and I wasn't about to be replacing nothing, and I didn't want to be bothered. So, plus, tight squeeze, I got a lot of stuff in here. When I get my big reel-to-reel, I'm gonna set it up real pretty, and I want to make sure it's exactly what I want, not just I found this, let me grab it. I don't know what it's going to be like or anything like that. So, what I got from the thrift store were 5 for $1 records. I got 78s, and they're all different types. And I got a radio, and you'll be surprised to know that this radio is a cassette player too. It does not record like the General Electric does, which I do have a General Electric alarm clock, and recorder and deck player at the same time. Now this here is not a GE, this is an Emerson. And also, there's a few little problems with this Emerson, with the recording, as you can only imagine. But I would think it's okay if you want to play like, music, like studio